Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right now.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Let's go. Double tight, guys. Double tight. Going down. Kill. Switch.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Pollard. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott from the gun. Hits his target, Hunter. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Here's Pollard, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. It's 70, Indy. It's a party now. Get it.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Space to maneuver at the 40. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Run for Pollard. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 44, Prescott, this to Jarwin. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to eeach defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Cowboys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Yeah. 25. We're going to 54. Right here. We go 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain.
Mike 58 right there. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
The A carry here for the big tight end. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Go, go, go. Watch twins. Watch twins. Slam, slam. Check 26, check 26.
It's a keeper with Prescott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Ito Smith. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 28. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Here we go, set, 18, Gator. Protein spill, ready.
On 1st and 10, McLaughlin. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He completes it to Hunter. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off. Usually after about 3 to 4 steps, he cuts towards the middle of the field, and now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
I'm on. Double time. Everyone got 4 down.
On second down, Pollard. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense, to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Let's go.
First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kill.
On first down, Pollard, and an alley to run. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. 2nd and 11. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw is Prescott. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Switch.
Prescott now. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run with Smith. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
6 guys. Check. Greystone, Travis. Slam. Check. Bam. Be driven.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McLaughlin looking deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Meanwhile, here, a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Now on 2nd and 16. Prescott. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
58.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go back to the ground with Smith. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Achilles traps. Let's go. Shift. Tighten up. Topper. You got out. You got tight right there. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2, McLaughlin looking downfield for Jones. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Watch the screen.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll run for it here with Smith. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal.
Ready? Come on, 56. Check 56. He's checking.
Smith trying to run for it. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with this deficit, You can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Prescott. Complete. This is Lewis. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw it. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been on.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Ready? 18, Gator. I know he ain't got it. X3, 218, chopper.
A 1st down carry for Smith. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons! Ito Smith, 43 yards. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns and's got him in the lead. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And this one caught by Hunter over the middle. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Back to throw here.
Oh, that's one to one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
46.
He'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. McLaughlin flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Back to throw. McLaughlin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They're going to look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They begin with a run by Smith. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, past the 20. 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Falcons push further out in front. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
Here we go. Line, ain't it? Yes, Mike. Stay with your man.
Now on 1st down, he's going to sneak it. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Well, they gave it a shot. Quarterback sneak. Not able to get it.
No, but if you're going to call a QB sneak on 3rd down, you draw it up to get it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Maybe they were thinking 4-down territory.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Dallas, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.